Hello, Net Achievers. So, today I'm going to discuss about the works not in details but the writers of 18th century in criticism because they are very much important for the literary criticism for the upcoming NET exam. So you can see if we say that who were the 18th century literary critics. So you can see the names here. I have jotted down that 16 writers are here, and from this list maybe questions like matching or maybe in exam it will come like works will be there and who has written that type of question asked. And sometimes they will give the random numbers 3 4 and you have to select that which are 18th century critics. Likewise the question may come. So let's prepare. First of all, you have to memorize all the names, okay, because they are all from 18th century criticism part and they are 18th century critics. So first name you can see John Dryden, Alexander Pope, Samuel Johnson, Thomas Hobbes, John Locke, Guillaume Battista Vico, Edmund Burke, Edward Gibbon, Adam Smith, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, Descartes, Voltaire, Immanuel Kant, Aphra Behn, David Hume, Mary Wollstonecraft. Now the question is, okay, how we can remember so many names? Yes, but that also I have a trick. You can remember the names. Likewise here John Dryden means there is dryness. Who has this dryness? Pope, because Pope is preaching, so his voice has become dry. So John Dryden, Alexander Pope, right? Then Pope's son has come. Why come? To give heavy lock. Okay, so in that way John Dryden, Alexander Pope, Samuel Johnson, Thomas Hobbes, John Locke. Okay, then Locke. So now Vico. So means to unlock the door because a heavy lock given by Pope's son. So Vico means voice. Now to unlock the voice, to unlock it, Pope's voice was being increased. Now when Pope opened the door, she saw the dog there was and barking, and for that, to stop his barking, Pope given smile. Okay, so Pope given smile, and then Pope became rude. Rousseau, Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Okay, then rude. Why he became rude? To cut the connection, and he wanted to be Mon position. Okay, Mon he didn't want to speak. Okay, then why? Because he wanted to cut the connection with the dog, because dog loved him so much. And then he bent and entered into the room and felt that it is a home feeling, and Pope crafted the sleep. In that way you can remember all the names. So dryness is there. Pope has dryness. Then his son came and gave heavy lock. Then voice was increased, and then dog was barking. He gave smile, and then he rude to to cut the connection, and then he became moan, and then totally cut the connection with the dog, and then he bent, entered the room, and homely feeling was there. David Hume and Mary Wollstonecraft, he has crafted sleep. In that way we can remember John Dryden, dryness, John Dryden, Pope, Alexander Pope, this is a story of Pope, and Johnson, Samuel Johnson, Pope's son, Samuel Johnson. Then heavy lock means Thomas Hobbes and John Locke. Then Vico means Guillaume Battista Vico, voice. Burke, Edmund Burke, Given, Edward Gibbon, and Smith, smile, Adam Smith, and rude, Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Kant, Descartes, Voltaire, Voltaire, and Kant, cut, so Immanuel Kant, and bent, so Aphra Behn, and home feeling, David Hume, and then Mary Wollstonecraft. Means because I said na, he has crafted the silk. He has crafted the slip. Now in that way you could remember the name. Now what are the important works? So if say John Dryden, the most important work is the essay on dramatic poesy. It is very much important that in exam it may come who has written essay on dramatic poesy, and some details study you also need to crack the questions that would come from essay on dramatic poesy. Okay, you can read it in details as well. So this is very important work. I'm just giving the most important works by these writers. Okay, and then if I come to Alexander Pope, the most important work, essay on criticism. It also may come in matching, or who has written essay on criticism, and the and I said also Alexander Pope from which century. In which century Alexander Pope wrote. So that type of question would come. And then Samuel Johnson, most important work is like lives of poets. Okay, and then Thomas Hobbes, Leviathan. I'm just giving most important works. Okay, Thomas Hobbes, and then Locke. It is very important, and POIQ also. All the works that I have been telling now, all the works are POIQ, means previous year questions. Essay concerning on human understanding. Two and second one is two treatises of government. You have to remember both. And Guillaume Battista Vico, New Science has been written by Guillaume Battista Vico. And then Edmund Burke, Sublime and Beautiful. This is very much important. Many works are there, but I'm just telling the most important. And then Edward Gibbon, Decline and Fall of Roman Empire. Okay, Adam Smith, Wealth of Nation. In Adam Smith also they may ask that what is the subtitle of the book Wealth of Nation. So you have to say then an inquiry into the nature and causes of the wealth of nation. The most positive things innate that there is no negative marking and options are there. So if you read also, that so easily you can remember and tick mark the names. So these were the most important writers and works, and I have said more names like Rousseau, Descartes, Afraben. So from there you know the names. Okay, they are from 18th century. And Mary Wollstonecraft, I can remember the two most important works, Vindication of the Rights of Woman, Vindication of the Rights of Man. These two works are very important for Mary Wollstonecraft. So these were the writers and their most important works. Okay, so see you in the next video. All the best, all the NEET achievers.